Good evening to the batch of 2020. I am Samson Raju, President of Asha Association from the batch of 2017. I am doing the course of BSc MLT. Basically, I'm from Andhra Pradesh, but I have settled in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. So before we start this orientation, let's look into Lord and let's have a prayer. Our gracious Heavenly Lord, we commit this orientation into your hands, Father Lord. Father Lord, please enable us to let this orientation be a fruitful one for the freshers from the batch of 2020. Father Lord, listen to our prayers as we are amidst a coronavirus outbreak. Please help our country to fight against it and let this time be a normal time again. Let us have all those gatherings which we had, Father Lord. Father Lord, I commit all my governing body members who are joining in this meeting right now. Please enable them to orient the freshers in a proper way so that the freshers can have a clear idea about what ASHA as an association is and let them be the pillars of this association in the near future as well. I commit all of this into your mighty hands. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I hope that the Corona batch, that is the 2020 batch, is doing good. Well, I hope that all the hostelites are also doing good as they had this short stay at their hostels. We never knew that you'll be joining with us for a short period of time and you'll be called to go back again. But anyways, we should have a great time with you all once you people join back to this CMC institution again. So moving ahead with the orientation, I have governing body members as well. This is the first time that we are conducting an orientation online, and I feel like this is a very good opportunity for all of us to have this meeting with a PowerPoint presentation as well. So let's begin this orientation now. Okay, so freshers, for you guys to know about ASHA, the first thing I would let you know is what ASHA stands for. The abbreviation for ASHA is Association of Students in Health and Allied Sciences. So basically, as freshers, you should be aware about this abbreviation because all the seniors who you come across to can ask this. And as a fresher, you are responsible enough to tell them what ASHA is abbreviated as. Okay, so moving ahead, this is the flow chart which we have made for you guys to get a clear idea of what the associations in CMC is about. So basically, there are all the 19 AHS courses. You might be knowing them because you have opted for one of them. So out of the 19 courses, 17 courses come under the ASHA association, excluding PT and OT course. And the other association is the OPSA association, which includes the PT and OT students. So under ASHA association, as I mentioned, 17 courses will come. And as you guys are aware about your ASHA group as well, it contains all those students which belong to the 17 courses, excluding OT and PT. So this is the emblem of ASHA association. This is the official logo which our association carries, and it is being implemented on all the official notices which is being sent out from the association. It is there on all the certificates uh, of all the comps which we conduct. So moving ahead with the next slide, the motto of association is Esperanza, which means hope. And basically Asha means hope for so many people as it gives them the platform to exhibit their talents. It gives them a reason to have a great time here at the CMC campus as well. Okay, so now a question arises as of why did we need an association? Was there a need to group up as a whole? We all could have just lived a plain life, doing our courses, coming back to hostels, and going back to our homes respectively. And we all would have just lived a common life. But why was there a need to have an association? So the answer lies at your screens as well. Basically, there were new graduate courses which were uh, newly launched by CMC as a college in 2011. There was a lack of representation of the student body towards the administration, that is CMC. And there was a sad state of all the graduate students as they were just considered a mere force work, and there was no other uh, I would say there was no other reason for them to unite. And there was a need of voice so that we as students can express our difficulties to the administration. That's why there was a need of an association. So basically, there were a group of people who thought that an association would be a better option so that there's a link between the administration and the students. And out of those group of people, there were 5 students who believed that a self-governing student body is the only way out. And thus, on November 2013, the founders of our association drafted the constitution for the self-governing AHS student body, which is now called ASHA. So it's my privilege and honor to let you guys know who our founders were. They were our own seniors. They were the seniors who thought that an association can literally bring the students' power to a point where we can also have our own rights, we can also have our own freedom, and we can also communicate in a better way possible to the administration. So there were 5 founders of our association. I would be naming them one by one, and I request the freshers to pay attention because this is the most important thing which a senior could ask you whenever you're joining back, because they are the founders of our association and you guys are supposed to be knowing about them. So moving ahead, the first founder of our association, Mr. Bennett Cherukara, he was from the course of medical lab technology from the batch of 2011. Ms. Anshi V. John, doing the course of BSc Dialysis Technology, 2011 batch. Mr. Praveen Ebenezer, from the course of Medical Laboratory Technology, 2011 batch. Mr. Simpson, doing the course of Medical Laboratory Technology from the same batch, 2011. Mr. Dino Matthew, BSc Medical Lab Technology, 2011 batch. So all these founders, the 5 students, thought that an association is needed for that. They all had put in a lot of hard work, and we, as their juniors, are supposed to know about them. And I request all the juniors to uh, like pay attention. Anyways, we'll be forwarding this PPT again into your group, so you can have a look at it, and you can very well get to know about them more. Moving ahead, Asha came into existence under the then principal and vice principal of CMC, Dr. Alfred Job Daniel and Dr. Paul Ravindran. Well, it was a ice-breaking event in the lives of AHS students as Asha was then being formed, and the then principal and vice principal were very kind enough and they were very generous towards accepting that a student body can be formed which will have all the 17 courses, because before this OPSA was known only for 2 courses and rest of the courses were just scattered away. And because of Asha, all this came under one umbrella. So as you can see on your screens, this is the weekly news clip of the first investiture ceremony. As I mentioned earlier, Asha was found on November 2013, and on January 2014, the first investiture ceremony happened. The photograph which you guys are seeing is the photograph of the first governing body, along with the then principal and vice principal sitting at the center. And thus, the vision of Asha was fulfilled, which was not only to represent the remaining 17 courses, but to bring them together as one single entity. Well, from there on, the graduate paramedical students started to showcase their talents. They started to involve into many more events which were conducted in CMC, and soon we all became a great workforce for the CMC as a association. And from our association, there were many events started to happen, like sports, then Asha Day, Asha Thanksgiving service, and other cultural events. So basically, Asha gave the students the platform to showcase their talents. Well, talking about association, we also think of people who can guide us in a proper way. The people who can encourage us, the people who are already experienced and who can always have our back. So in Asha, we also have something called mentors. We have 2 mentors for our association, Dr. Alfred Job Daniel and Mr. Matthew Jebraj. Well, this is again very important for the fresher batch to know, because the mentors are supposed to be known, as you can see them in CMC campus as well. And they are the ones who guide the governing body to take decisions whenever the governing body feels that they lack some guidance or something. They straight away go to mentors, and mentors are so soft and kind hearted that they themselves are very keen into the association. They are always up to it, and whenever me or my governing body approaches them, they are always ready to have our back. So as freshers, you are supposed to know the names of the mentors as well. The again, I'll repeat, the mentors for Asha are Dr. Alfred Job Daniel and Mr. Matthew Jebraj. Moving ahead, you all will be knowing about the Asha's official Instagram page, which is having a username as @theAshaOfficial. I have already sent a notice that you can very well follow this. And I would request you guys to follow it again if you haven't followed it yet. In this page, you will be finding all the governing bodies from the year 2013-14 to the current one. And I would request you to go and follow that page. And you'll find many more informative stuff in that. You'll find all the 5 founders as well there. And that page is not only about information, it also gives you daily updates about what's happening whenever there's any event going on by Asha. So basically, during Asha Day time or during Asha Thanksgiving, or if any other event is happening, that page is being updated by our very own editor. So do follow that page, and do follow your seniors as well. They'll be very happy to get follow requests as well. So moving ahead, I'll be talking about the official page for the notices as well. As Asha, we have an official FB page. So I would request the editor to soon send you guys the link for this page as well, because this page will only update you about all the notices, all the happenings which Asha is up to every now and then. And please do go and join this group as soon as possible. Well, successfully completing 6 years, the governing body from the year 2018-19 handed over the association into the hands of the successor, the governing body of Asha, that is the seventh governing body of Asha, which is my governing body. So my governing body took up the power on 8th of November 2019, and from then on we literally had no other like way to hand over because of the ongoing pandemic. Usually the governing body is like into the power for 1 full year. That is, we would have handed over by November 2020. We couldn't literally do anything else but just to sustain with this. So let's move ahead and move on to the core team of 13 members. So I'll be telling about what the 13 members are supposed to do, the neutral body and the governing body. The neutral body comprises of the speaker, which you will be getting to know more about when I'll be introducing them to you guys. The other one is the governing body, which comprises of the 11 members. So the schematic diagram which you guys are seeing right now is of a general body meeting. As you guys can see, the governing body can convey anything possible to the general body only through the neutral body. We cannot directly address the general body as calling their names or something. We have to go through the neutral body. So basically, general body comprises of all the student batches and the interns, and the governing body comprises of the 11 members, which I'll be letting you guys know in the further slides as well. And all of it comprises the association. I have to go through the speaker, and the speaker will address my opinions or the general body's opinion in the general body meeting. So basically, it is mandatory for the fresher batch to attend the meeting. You guys are supposed to attend that meeting without any fail. The attendance is recorded by the deputy speaker. Deputy speaker's duty to note all the attendance. Well, the important agendas are presented by the governing body, and the decisions are being made, which will benefit the association as a whole. So the duration of the meeting is 3.5 hours, and the meeting automatically goes into continuation GB given the agendas are not discussed. So basically, in a general body meeting, what happens is the governing body will make few agendas or will discuss few agendas uh, with the general body, and the speaker will obviously be the mediator. And here, if all the agendas are finished, then obviously the general body meeting will get over. Otherwise, if it's not finished, then the meeting will go into continuation. Okay, so moving ahead, there's a hierarchy for the governing body, which I'll be letting you guys know. So, as the hierarchy suggests, uh, first up comes the president, which can be a final year student. Then comes the general secretary, which can also be a final year student. Then comes the vice president, which obviously can be an intern. Then comes the secretaries. So basically, we have three main posts for the secretaries: the entertainment secretaries, the sports secretaries, and the religious secretaries. All of these secretaries can be a second year student. So why here I'm saying about secretaries is, in Asha we not only have just one secretary, we have two secretaries, as in one female and one male. So moving ahead, up next in the hierarchy comes the treasurer, which can be a final year student, and then the editor, which is a second year student. Okay, so moving ahead, uh, the aim of my governing body is to ensure a smooth system of administration between the student body and the CMC community. And it was also to upbring the hidden talents of our students by conducting various events at college. And it was also to be a helping hand as an association for those who got affected by the natural calamities. As you all might be aware about the natural calamities which happened last year, like the Maharashtra floods or the Assam and Bihar floods, as association, we tried as much possible to help the needy. So moving ahead, now the time has come when I'll be letting the neutral body to switch on their cameras and to unmute themselves and let the juniors know about the post and about themselves as well. Mr. Jerin Obiju is the speaker of Asha Association. I would request him to unmute his mic and let the juniors know about his post. Over to you, Mr. Jerin.
So, good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me? I hope you can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
So I am from the batch of 2017, and I'm doing a course of BSc Respiratory Therapy. I am the speaker of the association, basically just like how Samson, Mr. President, explained. I'll be the neutral body, and I'm the connecting bridge between the governing body and the general body. So my neutral body will consist of me and my deputy. Unfortunately, my deputy couldn't be here. She's traveling right now. So basically, our duties have been explained to a how do I say it? Explained in a very good way by Mr. President. I think he has covered all the points. So just like he said, we are supposed to be the connecting bridge between the general body and the governing body, and we are supposed to conduct the governing body meetings, governing body, general body meetings, and all the issues that should be discussed between the governing body and the general body goes through the neutral body members, and the deputy speaker will be responsible for taking the attendance, which may become of use at the end of the year when you are allowed to vote. And I think Samson has done a pretty well job of explaining all my duties. So I understand that we cannot show you how a general body meeting works, or what all are you supposed to do, or everything. We cannot show it right now because of these COVID situations. But I sure hope that there is, in a future time, maybe you will see a general body meeting, and let's meet all together very soon when you come back. So good evening. Over to you, Samson.
Thank you so much, Jaren. So, as the speaker himself told about his own duties and the duties of his deputy, basically, I'll just wrap it up with saying that the deputy speaker also has the upper hand of collecting all the attendance from the general body meeting and from all the events which are happening. So basically, Asha Day is a main event along with the Asha Thanksgiving service. So during that time, you guys, like the freshers, will be there for so many different committees, and there your attendance will be marked. And as a whole, the deputy speaker will collect that, and along with the speaker, she'll be like the deputy speaker and the speaker will be allotting the electoral role. Basically, what electoral role means is for the next upcoming elections, the students whose name are there in the electoral roll can contest for the elections, and the students who are also allowed to vote. So basically, those are the responsibilities of a speaker and deputy speaker in our association. Thank you so much, Jaren. So we'll be moving ahead. This was all about the neutral body. Now we'll be moving ahead to the governing body. So basically, I'm the president of association. You all know my name is Samson Raju. Basically, the president is the head of the association. The president represents the students' view to the CMC administration, and it goes on vice versa as well. The president is also answerable for all the activities that a governing body strives to do, and the president represents the association in all the events happening in CMC community. So basically, I am the connecting between the CMC administration and the student governing student body. The general secretary of our association is Miss Kirtana K. I would request Miss Kirtana K to unmute herself and to switch on her camera.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kirtana from Vellore. I'm doing BSc Cardiac Care Technology from the batch of 2017. I am the General Secretary of the association. First of all, I warmly welcome you all to the association. Basically, General Secretary's job is to monitor the internal affairs and all the activities inside the association, and also responsible for the general body minutes, and all the absentia letters and the permission letters has to be addressed to the general secretary. So I want you all to know your responsibilities, and because you guys are the people who hold up the association in upcoming days. So all the best to you all, and thank you. Over to you, Samson.
Thank you so much, Kirtana. So, freshers, that was the General Secretary of Asha Association. So, basically, General Secretary's responsibility is to look over the work of all secretaries as they come under the General Secretary, and whatever concerns the secretaries have, they'll directly approach the General Secretary, and then the General Secretary will look into the matter. So that was all about the post of General Secretary. So moving ahead with the next post in the governing body, which is of Vice President. So the Vice President of Asha is Miss Nayana Ji Babu. I would request Miss Nayana to unmute herself and to switch on her camera and to brief the junior batch about her post. Over to you, Miss Nayana Ji Babu.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nainaji Babu, Vice President of ASHA. Usually, the Vice President will be from the intern batch. Now, I'm doing my bond over here. Due to the pandemic, we are not able to hand over. The Vice President is the advisor of the governing body. She will be the senior most member. Vice President assists the President in matters where the President needs assistance, and also handles everything in the absence of President. Under the Vice President, there is a committee called as Curriculum Subcommittee, which handles the curriculum. There are two subcommittee members. Subcommittee members are also from the intern batch. In my committee, Mr. Alfred Y and Ms. J.B. Rajasura are the subcommittee members. That's all from the Vice President's side. Over to you, Samson.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nayana. So that was all about what Vice President's role is in a governing body. The vice president takes over all the responsibilities whenever there's an absentia of the president, and the vice president, treasurer, and the editor, all three of them come under the president. Now we'll start with the secretaries. The first set of secretaries in the governing body is of the entertainment secretaries. The entertainment secretaries for Asha are Mr. Avnish Raj and Miss Christina Shibu. I would request the entertainment secretaries to unmute themselves and to switch on their camera.
Good evening, everyone. We hope you all are safe and sound. My name is Christina Shibu. I'm from the batch of 2018 and I'm doing BSc Medical Laboratory Technology. I'm from Thrissur, Kerala, and I'm the female entertainment secretary. And my co secretary is Mr. Avnish Raj. Over to you, Avnish.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Avnish Raj. I'm doing cardiac technology from the batch of 2018, and I am from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, but I'm basically from Bihar. We are the entertainment secretaries for the year 2019-20. That is me and my co-secretary, Miss Christina Shibu. Since you guys are now a part of the association and will be taking a post and responsibilities, we would like you guys to have an idea of our post as entertainment secretaries in our association, and what all are the things that we do and what all are the programs that we conduct. So the entertainment secretaries is to conduct all the intra and inter collegiate cultural events which is decided in the general body meeting. Entertainment secretaries will be the chairman of all the cultural activities of association. There is an entertainment subcommittee which is under the entertainment secretaries, which includes the male and the female subcommittee in charges, which will be from the second year, and co-in charges, which will be from the first year. Then the subcommittees will include dance, music, play, arts and crafts, and play props and lights and sounds. So all the events that happen in Asha are the combined effect of all these people. That is the in charges and the co-in charges and the entertainment secretaries and the governing body. And the most important team is the first years. So Asha Day is the main official event of our association. This is the day which everyone, like not only the Ashites, but the whole CMC looks up to. Asha Day is one of the main events that happen in a college, and this is the time where all Ashites showcase their talent, and it is the time they can show the best out of them. So all of them work as a team to make this day as great as it can be. And every year we conduct Asha Day, which comes under the entertainment secretaries. Each year we'll be having Asha Day theme, which will be decided in the general body meeting. A separate Asha Day subcommittee will be there, in which we'll have backdrop subcommittee, deco subcommittee, invitation in charges, co-in charges, publicity in charges, and co-in charges. Then we have reception, food committee, stage management, which will all consist of freshers. All the Asha Day backdrops and decorations will be theme based. Now the freshers will be allotted to each committees, that is backdrop, deco, or play prop, in which they'll work. That will be under the respective in charges for making lanterns, backdrop, etc. And for that, the deputy speaker will take a proper attendance. Asha Day it will usually start at least 1 month before the actual date. So freshers are the backbone of our association. That is generally what happens. And you guys, that is the batch of 2020, you'll be in the limelight now. And the first Asha Day will be known as your batch Asha Day. Unfortunately, this year we are not sure if how things are going to turn out, but I'll just give an example. For example, when I was first year and we were working for the Asha Day for the first time, it will be called the Asha Day of batch of 2018, as I'm from batch of 2018. So it is the first year who puts in all the efforts and who does everything about the Asha Day. We have a lot of unofficial events, which my co-secretary will explain now. Over to you, Miss Christina.
Thank you, Avnish. So, like Avnish said, Asha Day is our official event. So, we have so many unofficial events as well. So, the first one being is that Asha Christmas party, which is only for Ashites, and where we celebrate a Christmas as an association together. Then the next comes the Asha Dilettantes, which is the talents night, where everyone gets the opportunity to showcase their talents, and they also will be awarded. Then the next is Asha Interns Fest, farewell, which we give farewell as an association for the intern batch. And for that, we will be having in charges from each batch, and side drops will be based on theme, which from each batch will be conducted in Scudder Auditorium. Then the next is Asha Freshers Welcome, which is also a theme-based event where we officially welcome the new batch into our association, and every fresher will be getting Asha Foster. And this is the platform where freshers will first exhibit their talents in front of the Ashites. Then, so as I told, every fresher will be getting their Asha Foster. So, letter in Asha. So your Foster batch is the batch of 2018. I hope everyone knows that. So our association gives you a Foster to whom you can approach for anything at any time, who can help you out in things, who will check upon you when needed at times. Then, so this is the concept of having a Foster, and we all encourage you guys to make a good bond with your Foster, not only your Foster but also your Foster batch and all your seniors as well, because seniors are the only people who will be there for you guys when you guys are in any need. So then I also want to tell you guys that once you get a Foster, then the Foster is forever, not only for the time that you guys are in CMC. So we just want you guys to be in a good relation with your Fosters and all your seniors as well. So that's all. Then, so we wish and hope that you guys may be able to enjoy your college life, and you all can very well approach us as well for anything by the possible way now. So we wish you all the best. Thank you.
I hope that the freshers had a great idea of what the post of entertainment secretary is all about. So, moving ahead to the next set of secretaries, that is the sports secretaries. So, the sports secretaries for Asha are Mr. Joel Raut and Miss Blessy Kindo. I request the sports secretaries to unmute their mics and let the freshers know about what their post is all about.
Well, as the president said, that the association provides a lot of opportunities to everyone. So when it comes to sports, we do conduct a lot of sports events like football, badminton, cricket, and chess, carom, all other events. So I know there are a lot of sports enthusiasts in the continuing that. So this is a time where you all can showcase your talent. And I can tell you that even if you're not into sports, but then when you play it for the first time, you might know the real talent which you have, even if you never knew about it. You get to play the sport, and I can I can tell you this: the through Asha, there's a lot of chance for you to play for the main CMC team, and sports. There are a lot of in charges when it comes to each individual sports. So each individual sport contains captains and in charges. And as an association, we do conduct a lot of inter batch and then integrated, which is between ASA, OPSA, and SA. And then there are inter house events too. So each of you will be divided into four houses, and so that is the time when you will be like competing against each other. There are group events and there are individual events too. So this is the time that all of you can showcase your sports talent, and it will help you to play for the college team also. Uh, my co-secretary is unavailable because she's traveling right now. And so, yeah, that's all about sports. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Joel. So, as the sports secretary told that the sports secretaries are the secretaries which basically conduct all the sports events for the association. It depends upon them whether they can introduce any new sport event or whatever is feasible for the association to conduct. So we also have a special separate sports kit as well. So the sports secretaries are responsible for that, and as association we can make use of them as well. And as the sports secretary mentioned, there are various interbatch events which happen uh, through sports, and there's the interbatch trophy as well, so which goes on during the Asha Day time. So thank you, Mr. Joel Raut, for the brief explanation about your post. So moving ahead, the next set of secretaries are the religious secretaries. So for Asha, the religious secretaries are Mr. Ashish Sherry and Miss Hepzibah. I would request the religious secretaries to unmute their mics and to let the freshers know about their post. Over to you, religious secretaries.
Hi everyone, and I hope I'm audible. Firstly, I'd like to welcome the batch of 2020. You've been a long-awaited batch, to be very honest, because we did not know when the admissions were going to happen. And personally, for me, you're my foster batch, so I was actually looking forward to meet you all. And so, I'm the male religious secretary of the association. I'm Ashish, and I'm currently a final year student in audiology and speech therapy. My results have not come yet, so I'm yet not final year, but still. And also my co-secretary is Hepzibah. She's traveling right now to en route home, so she was not able to join the meeting. So we as a religious secretaries are responsible for organizing all the faith-related events, we act as a medium of communication between the association and the chaplaincy department. And we throughout the year conduct various association prayers and events and competitions that help you all to grow in faith and help you to grow closer to God. So we start off with the Christmas Carol Rounds, which is our first event, and this happens in the month of November or early December. And for that event, we go around the various places in the campus, like say wards or the rehab campus or even the main campus here in Bagayam. And we visit various homes, and people are very ecstatic to see us ushering the joy of Christmas in. And it's a very blessed and meaningful time indeed, and we've seen that freshers generally enjoy it a lot. And of late, we've even had a lot of new competitions introduced, which are the Christmas Carol competition amongst batches, and this was the first time it was organized during art and year. And it was a very good learning experience. And the freshers that is the batch of 2019 back then had reported that they had a lot of fun preparing for that. And also one of the events that we conduct is the Asha Christmas party, and this is done in conjunction with the entertainment secretaries. And we invite the speaker, and we basically look over that the event is meaningful, and that it helps you to understand the true meaning of Christmas. And this year for the Asha Day competitions, we had a lot of new competitions that were introduced, like Bible crossword and all. And again, it was a learning experience for all the people who participated in them. The main event that we as a religious secretaries conduct is the Asha Thanksgiving service. And every year, so we're still a very new association, and over the past 6-7 years that we've been there, we've seen God working through our association, and He's helped us to come so far. And God willing, He'll help us in the years to come also. So the Thanksgiving is one way in which we express our gratitude to God. And you can contribute through by being a part of the choir, or you can contribute by reading the Bible readings, or letting us giving us more input as to how we can make it more meaningful. And we really look forward to having you take part in the next Thanksgiving whenever it is. And we hope that over your stay here in CMC, you'll grow stronger in the faith, in your faith in God, and He'll help you to understand Him better. And this time around, because of the pandemic, we had to organize an online 2-day retreat called Ecclesia, which was organized over Zoom in the month of July 2020. And this was the first time this was organized again. And we had a specific theme called Ignite. And it was based on a passage from the Bible. And we had many speakers coming over and sharing on that specific topic, and a lot of people attended. And we really had a meaningful time meditating upon God's word, and helping us to understand help us to understand how we could be the light in this, in the times that we are living in right now, since we have no hope around us. It's all dark. We don't know how the future is going to turn out. It's uncertain, but we still realize that God calls us to be the light of the world. And under Ecclesia also, we had a couple of competitions which were again very interesting and very new, and the people who participated in them had a very great experience. Again, as a part of the we have an inter-batch championship, and under that also we had a couple of competitions, that is Bible verse, photography, and a couple of other competitions that help the people to look up in their Bibles and read it more, understand it more, and try and be more creative with whatever they read, and come up with creative stuff so that they could edge ahead of the competition and win. And it's not about the competition, but it's mostly about you learning about God, learning about what He has in store for you, and growing in your relationship with Him. And also, most importantly, we have our association prayers. During our tenure, we tried to keep it once in 2 months, so we call it the Asha bi-monthly prayers. And these were again a very meaningful time that we organized in the college chapel every 2 months. And the speakers, they came and they shared some things which were very, very relatable to us as students. And we really encourage you to join us during our bi-monthly prayers. That's all about my post. And over to the President, Samson.
Thank you so much, Ashish. Well, I think the freshers have got a clear-cut idea of what the religious secretaries of Asha are supposed to do. So basically, they are the in charges to conduct all the religious activities of association. And as Ashish told, he listed about all the events and all the comps which the religious secretaries conduct. So I hope that the freshers had a great idea of what religious secretaries post is all about. Moving ahead, the next post in my governing body is of a treasurer. The treasurer for Asha this year is Mr. Sachin Luke. So, due to unavoidable circumstances, Mr. Sachin Luke is not amidst us. So, I'll be introducing him on his behalf. So, basically, Sachin Luke is from the batch of 2017, and he's doing the course of BSc Medical Lab Technology. He's from Thrissur, Kerala. So the work of a treasurer is basically to maintain the income and expenditure details of the association. The treasurer is the in charge for the official account of the association. So the treasurer has a single entity straight away to the account of Asha, which is linked by CMC. So whatever happens, like if there's any need of money, or if there's any need of any transaction being done by the association, the treasurer takes care of it. Then the treasurer is responsible for presenting the annual budget and plays an important role in the clearance of any dues of the interns. So moving ahead, the next post is of the editor. So I'll be introducing on her behalf. The editor for Asha this year is Miss CB Arpita Blessy. She's from the course of medical sociology. She's from the batch of 2018, and she's from Hyderabad. So basically, the post of editor deals with the editorial subcommittee. So the editor has a editorial subcommittee under her, or so basically she looks into all the promotion and all the editing kind of stuff for an upcoming event. For example, if I'll take Asha Thanksgiving service or Asha Day, we make different kinds of posters because we have different themes for both the events. So the editor is the in charge for making posters and videos for the events. And the editor also takes hold of all the social media where our association is placed. As I mentioned, we have a Facebook page that comes under the editor. We have a Instagram page. We also have a WordPress website. So all these things is being taken care by the editor, and that were basically the things or responsibilities which come under the editor. So that was all about my governing body, all the 11 members. So this was the first and last pick which we all could have had. Just this was the pick from the investiture ceremony, you can say. So all of my governing body people uh, were there for the event, and you can see all the smiling faces there. So moving ahead, as the entertainment secretaries and the religious secretaries explained you about the Asha Day and the Asha Thanksgiving service. Both these events are considered as the official events of our association. You can see under Asha Day, there are so many pictures being listed here. So Asha Day basically comprises of all the talents which our association has, and it gives us the platform to like showcase the talents to the audience which has come in the Scudder Auditorium to see that particular day. You can invite all your friends, batchmates, or anyone. Your parents can also come and visit to this place to see the Asha Day or the Asha Day or the Asha Thanksgiving service. So basically, there are so many events like dance, music, instrumental music, play, drama, and so many other stuffs which the ESECs have already talked about. And this is basically all about Asha Day, which is our first official event. The second official event is the Asha Thanksgiving service. Here, a particular choir is being appointed for the Thanksgiving service by the religious secretaries. And as you can see, the choir is responsible for conducting the whole worship for that Thanksgiving service. The religious secretary always have the upper hand towards the choir and the musicians, and there are practices and all those stuffs happening before this. And this year was a really special one for Asha, as we had a meaningful Thanksgiving service. And at the end of the service, we also gave a takeaway as well, which is also being made by the association to the people who have come to see the Thanksgiving service. So moving ahead to the unofficial events of the association, as the entertainment secretaries mentioned about the Asha Christmas party, which goes in hand in hand with the religious secretaries as well. The other unofficial event is the Asha Dilettantes or the Talents Night, which is another event wherein the freshers or all the other student batches who are interested can showcase their talents, be it singing, dancing, stand-up comedy, or I can say last year we had a special kind of magic show being presented by our very own entertainment secretary, Mr. Avnish Raj. Or whatever talent you have, whatever hidden talent you have, you can very well showcase them on this event, because you and your batchmates and all the seniors are looking keen for this particular event, because this is the only event where you can individually or as a group can showcase your talent. So the other unofficial event is the Asha's Interns Farewell. For the first time this year, due to coronavirus pandemic, we had conducted an online interns farewell for the batch of 2016. You can obviously see that online event on YouTube. We also have a YouTube channel as well. Go and subscribe that as well. So the next unofficial event is the Asha's Freshers Welcome, which again, due to coronavirus pandemic, we couldn't conduct. But if in case there's a slight possibility, maybe the next governing body can very well conduct a Freshers Welcome for you guys. Then comes the Asha's Interbatch Sports. So this usually happens during the interns farewell time, and there different batches compete for the single trophy. And this time, for the first time, we had a virtual interbatch championship. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, we had all the secretaries covering all the possible competitions online, be it singing, dancing, editorial events, religious events, and even the general secretary conducted a quiz competition online. So as Asha and as I stated earlier, my governing body had lots and lots of ideas this year, but due to coronavirus pandemic, we couldn't exhibit them. But the coronavirus also couldn't stop us from showcasing what we as a governing body could do, and we shifted all those events online and that was a very challenging task for me and my governing body to pull off. But hats off to my governing body members who could really put up a basis of competition for all the Ashaites in a best way possible. So moving ahead, as the sports secretary mentioned, that we have four main houses in CMC: the Scudder House, the Cochrane House, the Finlay House, and the Lazarus House. As you would be reminded of the different houses in Harry Potter movie, the Slytherin and the other house. So basically, Gryffindor. Yes, you're right. So basically, like that, we have in CMC as well. These four houses are being allotted, and you guys will be going in any one of the house which will be picked up. Like the house captains are there, which comes under the sports secretaries. So every year we have a bunch of house captains as well. Like for Scudder House, there'll be one male and one female house captain, and respectively for all the other houses, they'll be having one male and one female house captain. So they'll be having a separate meeting wherein they'll be having the list of all the freshers, and one by one they'll be calling you guys based on your talents or based on whatever you're good at. And that's why we as an association encourage you to basically interact with seniors, because that is the only way possible a senior could know what you are good at. And there's nothing bad in staying up late night just for a friendly interaction, because that eventually will help you guys only, because the seniors will obviously talk about you guys in their own friend circle, and that's how this news will reach to the house captains as well, and you will be picked up at the very first call as well. So very soon we'll be having the house pick and all those things as well, and you will be notified about that as well. So as we were mentioning, the inter-house champions for the year 2019-20 was the Scudder House. So basically during Asha Day, the sports secretary have a very hectic job to conduct all the sports uh, in the limited amount of time. And they have already listed the sports. You can very well, you'll be very well aware about it once you start following our Facebook page as well. So this was the pic which was clicked in this 2019 Asha Day, with the trophy at the center with the house captains. So moving ahead to the Asha Fosters. So you guys must be aware about what Fosters is by now. So your Fosters are the batch of 2018 and the PNO 2017 batch. The PNO 2017 batch is your Foster because of their duration of the course. Other than that, there's a alternate year batch as Foster only. And as the entertainment secretaries are asking your photographs for the online Foster reveal. So I would request all the freshers to send in their pictures as soon as possible to the respective class reps, and the class reps can then send it to the entertainment secretaries. So basically, a Foster is someone who you can look upon, or if you are in some trouble, or if you are at a situation where you need a help, obviously everyone will help you, but then a Foster is something different, because that is like for the whole CMC life, one person will be allotted for you who will be taking care of you. And soon you guys will also get Fosters from the batch of 2018 and the PNO batch of 2017. So I hope that you are clear about the idea of Fosters. Now I'd be telling you the role of a first year Ashite. Basically, as freshers, you are supposed to know everything about the association. As I mentioned, the founders of the association, the mentors of the association, the members in the governing body and neutral body, you are supposed to know everything. So that's what is your role as first year. You will be the main spotlight for this year, as the entertainment secretaries told that all the seniors will be keen to know as of what you are good at. So I request all the freshers to take part in all the events possible, and you should strive forward in the upbringing of this association. Obviously, it's not easy for us to leave and guide you as much as possible because of the coronavirus pandemic, but we still hope that as soon as everything goes back to normal, you guys will have all the enthusiasm left in you as fresher to rejoin and regroup and take this association to greater heights. So basically, you will be expected to be punctual, sincere, loyal, respectful, and disciplined towards all the happenings of the association. And if you meet any senior, you can obviously give a smile, and obviously you can greet them with lots and lots of energy, because as freshers you are supposed to do that, and we as seniors would be expecting that. And that will obviously bring a great bond between the seniors and the fresher batch. So moving ahead with the responsibilities, the responsibilities which comes first and foremost is the attendance. For all the general body meetings, it's mandatory, and you guys have to be there for whatever uh, happening of association is being conducted by the secretaries or by the president or the GSEC. So basically, your active participation, all the events is must. Your active participation in the bi-monthly pre-available. Well, the preparatory works for all the functions which are being conducted by various secretaries, as mentioned, for Asha Day, for Asha Thanksgiving, and other stuffs. You guys are the real workforce of our association right now, and you guys will be expected to be there uh, before anyone else could be there. So before seniors reach to the place, you guys are supposed to be there, because seniors will obviously expect you to be there, and we as governing body also are looking forward to work with you as well. So last but not the least, enjoy and make as many friends possible, because student period is the best phase of CMC life. I'll share my own experiences as a fresher. How much ever we want, we can enjoy. How much ever we want, we can showcase our talent, because once you become second year, there's a lot of responsibilities from the departments on your shoulders. And along with it, there have been seniors who have been a great support to our association, and I would obviously encourage you guys to be like them only, not only in your first year but in your second year or final year. You guys should be the pillars for our association. And obviously with that, I would like you guys to be a major role of our association. So basically, amidst all of this, there's a challenge for your batch. We as seniors have brought Asha to a level where it is being recognized in this institution, and we obviously look forward to you guys. We are a huge number. Obviously, 17 courses in an association is not an easy job to handle, but the the core body, which is the governing body and neutral body, takes care of it. And along with that, we are in touch with the class reps. As you all would be aware about the class reps 2020, we are in touch with them, and we have high hopes on them, so that whatever happens, whatever notices are being circulated, you are the people who should circulate it to your batch through your Asha 2020 batch or batch group or whatever groups you have. So this platform altogether represents our student body to the administration. And this platform is a common voice for all the 17 AHS degree courses as well. As I mentioned earlier, it is not an easy job to govern the 17 courses altogether, because different courses will have different problems. But I am very proud of my governing body, because the past 1 year was not an easy year for any one of us. But then I have that faith, and I had that faith in them, and because of them, everything was achievable. And I request the batch of 2020 also to take part in all the happenings of the association. And at the end, I would say that grab all the opportunities and responsibilities that come your way. Don't think that this is a burden for me, because this is the only thing which will make you grow as a better person at the end of your CMC life. Because now I was the final year student, now I will be joining as intern. So when I look back, Asha has been a great platform for me, and also for so many seniors, be it in the governing body or be it as a part of association. They have been a real workforce for our association. And So at the end of the day, all I want from the 2020 batch is to have a clean and clear cut knowledge about what Asha is. And for few, Asha means a platform. As I told that it was a platform for me to showcase my talent, and it was a platform for so many of the seniors to showcase their talent. It was a light on bright future as well. For few, it's a medium of communication as well. For few, it's a chance to explore undiscovered talents, and for few, it's just an emotion. And this emotion lies to greater heights for me and for so many people like me. And at the end of this meeting, I would really thank all the freshers who have joined with us for this orientation. And I would like to thank my governing body as well, who was here for me and who was here to orient the juniors as well. And I would like to thank all the class reps who made our job easy for circulating all the notices. And very soon, you guys will be having a foster reveal as well. So I would like you guys to send in your photographs as soon as possible. So with that, I would like to end this orientation